Welcome back, Gen Zennials, whatever age group is watching me. I guess I could talk about being more comfortable in art. So I've been drawing people for forever, and it's mostly just like a profile pose or just, hi, look, this is me, I'm in the picture. But now I'm moving on to actual dynamic poses. I think that's the next step in what I'm doing in my art. I started with just drawing people in different styles, and I'll pop up some other pictures here of the different styles I tried out. And if you don't know, I can do a lot of realistic portraits, but for the past year I've been experimenting more with cartoon artwork. So what I did to get to this point, not only did I just see what trends do I have in my different art styles, like what do I seem to be repeating that I seem to like. So how can I put my own personality into my artwork without making all the characters looking the same, without making all the characters look forced or generic? And I don't think there's like a linear verbal way of learning that. It's just something you have to get comfortable with. So another thing I've done over the year is just branching out from what I'm used to doing. Draw people the same way, mostly realistic anatomy, mostly realistic facial features, and after a while it felt kind of stale. So that's why my art style has just been shifting so much for the past year. But as I found more features that I really liked, I stuck with those. And on top of that, I started drawing more animals. It's not usually something I do. I knew that in the past, I could probably draw a dog, or I could kind of draw a cat, but I mean, I just brought up the reference picture, and before I knew it, it was way better than I expected. So I have a few shortcuts that help me do my drawings a lot faster. On the program I'm using, it's called Krita. It's free for artists, by artists. You can do animations, you can just draw, you can do tons of stuff on it. It's like Photoshop and Flash put together. I really, really, really like it, and I definitely recommend it. So one of the features available on the app is, okay, I'm not sponsored or anything, of course, but I just like talking about it. So what I use on this app to help me, first thing is I have this panel down here called My Favorites, and whatever pens or tools I like to use the most, I just slap them on there. So as soon as I open up the thing, I just go straight to that tab and I have everything I need. Next is up here, there's all these palettes, and I've been experimenting with those a lot more too. So there are palettes like all the reddish browns from dark to light, all the pinkish purples from dark to light, stuff like that. And it's easier just to jump from one row to the other, because colors of a similar palette are usually near each other. I think it's a lot easier than just throwing on a random color from the triangle down here, because from that you have to figure out for yourself, is this too bright, is this too gray, too brown, all that stuff. Up here it just kind of shows you what it looks like and what similar colors look like already. I think it's a good shortcut, so that's what I use for this drawing. So as far as shading goes, in the past I would just get like a black or a dark blue, and I'd lower the opacity and use like a marker or something, and I'd color on top of it on the same layer, color on top of it, and I'd blend it out, and everything just looked kind of muddy. Or sometimes I would go on a separate layer and just lower the opacity. Now, while that still works pretty well, what I did this time was I used the layering mask. That's what I use, and it really helps me when I do the highlighting on the hair. So you see me choosing the different things like brighten and luminescent, all that stuff, whatever it is. It's just like Photoshop, I'm telling you. One problem I do have is there's different styles that I really like that conflict with each other. Like, there's one where it's like really thick outlines, and then there's the one like Samurai Jack. There's no line art on it. So I kind of use the same mentality as choosing an outfit in the morning. I just go to the first thing that pops in my head and then tweak it as I go. And the more I do it, the easier it is to choose the outfit. Same thing with this, just use different tools and different styles that you're most comfortable with, and as you go on, you just gravitate towards them more. And before you know it, it's a lot faster to draw. I'm going to throw up some of my pictures from when I first started drawing on here. Yes, it was done with the mouse, so give me a break. Now I'm using this touchscreen laptop, so it's a big step up. But when I first started doing digital art, it was pretty trashy, because not only did I not have the practice or the stability in my hand, but I didn't know what to do with all these tools. I mean, it doesn't matter how good the program is. If you don't know what you're doing, it doesn't make a difference. So understanding the program is another important key in making good art, no matter what kind of art it is. Okay, the first 2 years or whatever it was that I was doing digital art, I jumped from app to app because I couldn't find something that was cheap and reliable. But once I found Krita, it was like the best of all the things I've seen from each app thrown into one space. Of course, it's made by artists for artists.